Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and hopefully everybody will get through today pretty nicely, but we do have the potential for some Mother's Day severe weather in that zone that's on your screen for you here, from portions of Missouri, Illinois, all the way on down through portions of Kentucky, places like Paducah, all the way down to Nashville, Tennessee. So in those zones, hopefully, you won't have to experience any of the hail, the winds, or maybe even a brief tornado in that zone today. But you're definitely working with some of this energy that produced 20 tornado reports from the day yesterday, a good bit of those in portions of Iowa. We also had some very isolated wind reports coming in through portions of Indiana. We had them in Oklahoma, portions of Texas, Louisiana. We even had one in northeast Georgia, as well as one in Virginia. So it's just all over the place with the wind reports yesterday. But really, the tornado and hail reports came in that zone that had the level 2 threat yesterday, as expected. Yesterday afternoon. We've got another risk zone kind of coming out of the southern end of where the risk was yesterday, now going on down into portions of Kentucky. That's where that level 2 risk zone for that severe weather is, but we have a better chance for flooding all the way from Kansas further east into the Illinois zone for us there. Yep, still flooding going on. Another level 3 flood risk day for places like Houston metro area, as we've got really a cool front kind of sagging on southward again, pretty stationary at this time. Really, the northern tier of the country, right as you get along the Canadian border, everybody in that zone is dry for the day today. Now look at this heat infiltrating zones in the west with that big heat dome, that high pressure ridge that's going to try to block out storms this week, but will not successfully do so, at least in the southeast necessarily. We've got 90s going on for you here along the western coast, even some 100-degree temperatures getting going here into portions of southern Cal, portions of southwest Arizona. Four Corners seeing some 70s and 80s, and we've got more 80s and 90s the further east as well. We will see some northeast winds coming through portions of Virginia and the Carolinas today, and that's going to keep our temperatures a little bit cooler, but nonetheless still near 90 in places like Atlanta, down to Macon as well. Here's a look at your severe weather outlook for the day today. Kansas sitting on the western edge of that risk zone, but the best chance for some of these severe storms is going to be over in St. Louis. We're also going to see some of these storms turn on the severe side into Paducah, all the way down to Nashville. That's where that risk is best for the day today. In the level 2 zone, that's where we at least have a level 1 risk for some of those tornadoes. So again, very brief, very weak in that zone. Maybe some wind reports out of this area, and then the hail threat is slightly on the lower side and really back towards the western part of that zone. Here we go, 11 a.m. Central Time, maybe some early morning stronger storms in the portions of southern Illinois and western Kentucky. But notice how this kind of fade on out, and then we get this new cluster of some showers and storms, really disorganized in general, to be quite honest with you, but and the ones that do get going in have that localized damaging wind, that hail threat with them, as well as a brief tornado. We'll probably see a few more of those tornado reports today. And then here we go on off through the evening hours, some of these pushing through Missouri and Illinois. Some of them seeing that purple icon, indicating maybe a little bit of that bigger hail, an inch to an inch and a half in diameter, getting going. Your Sunday flood risk is going to be a level 2 from there in Illinois back into portions of Kansas and Nebraska, with a level 3 threat focused in the Houston metro area, and southeast is expected to stay active as we go into next week, with this front sagging south as well as other ones, with many spots picking up an inch or 2 of rain according to Tropical Tidbits. Subscribe, hit the like button, and speaking of Tropical Tidbits, thank you to them, Dr. Levi Cowan, and Pivotal Weather as always. Have a great day, everyone.